Have you ever wondered how to create the absolute perfect book summary? Well, today we're pulling back the curtain and revealing a blueprint that can turn even the densest classics into truly compelling content. I mean, think about it. Imagine you have to summarize A Tale of Two Cities in just 5 minutes. You're talking hundreds of pages, super complex themes, a huge cast of characters. It feels impossible, right? How do you even start? Well, we got our hands on a producer's guide from a popular YouTube channel, and it basically lays out the secret recipe for doing exactly that. It's his powerful blueprint for creating clarity out of chaos, and we're going to break it all down together. So, where do you begin with something like this? Interestingly enough, the first step in this whole blueprint, it's not about writing at all. It's all about mindset. Before you even think about summarizing, you have to define who you are and what your goal is. The guide says you need to adopt a specific persona. You become a research editor and educational content producer. And your goal? Simple. Create a detailed chapter-by-chapter breakdown that's perfect for video. This laser focus is what guides every single decision you make from here on out. Okay, so once you've got that mindset locked in, we can get to the core methodology. The whole blueprint is built on this really clear 4-step process that takes you from the tiniest details all the way to the finished product. And here's the roadmap. First, you dive in and extract the core ideas from every single chapter. Then, you pull all of that information together into one single powerful thesis. After that, you craft a really compelling outro. And maybe the most important rule of all, stick strictly to the source material. No opinions, no fluff, just what's on the page. All right, now for the really fun part, the breakdown. Let's see how this method actually works in practice. And we're going to use Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities as our guinea pig. We start with maybe the most famous opening line in all of literature. Chapter 1, the period, just throws us right into this world of insane contradictions. So this is our raw material. How does the blueprint process it? You can see the system working right away. First, it makes you pinpoint the chapter's core topic, in this case, the duality of 1775. Then you write a short, fact-based summary. This creates this solid foundation for the deeper stuff that comes next. And here's the final piece of the chapter puzzle, 3 key takeaways. Now, the real magic is in that last one. It's always an actionable step. This is so smart because it's what makes the content so engaging. It encourages you, the viewer, to actively connect the dots, which turns passive watching into active learning. Okay, let's jump ahead to Chapter 5 and see how this pattern builds. Here, Dickens gives us this incredibly powerful image of a broken wine cask to show just how desperate the people of France are. It's just a raw, unforgettable scene. And boom, you can see the system doing its thing again. It just pulls out the very essence of the chapter, the thirst of the people. The summary is brilliant. It connects that physical thirst for wine to a future metaphorical thirst for revolution. It perfectly captures Dickens's masterful foreshadowing. The takeaways here really hammer home the symbolism, and that actionable step, it's doing some serious heavy lifting. It's prompting the viewer to connect this scene of public poverty all the way back to the descriptions of aristocratic excess from Chapter 1. This is how the blueprint systematically builds this deep, interconnected understanding of the book's major themes. So after you've gone through the entire book, breaking it down chapter by chapter, the blueprint shifts to its second major step, synthesis. It's time to zoom out and build all those little details back up into one powerful, overarching message. And this is what all that detailed analysis has been building towards. A single, powerful thesis sentence that captures the absolute core message of the entire book. This becomes the central pillar that holds up your whole video summary. And for a little extra punch, the system makes you identify the single most surprising fact from the text. I mean, this detail about the brutal punishments in pre-revolutionary France, it's just unforgettable, isn't it? And notice the source citation. That little detail adds this huge layer of credibility and authority. But you're not done yet. A truly great piece of educational content needs a strong call to action, and this blueprint provides a really clear 2-part structure for crafting the perfect ending. It's this killer combination of engagement and monetization. First, a simple direct request to like and subscribe. Easy. But then a call to support the channel that's framed as click, learn, repeat. This is so clever. It positions supporting the channel not as some kind of handout, but as part of the viewer's own learning journey. So there you have it. This blueprint is an incredibly powerful tool for creating content that's clear, structured, and genuinely engaging. By focusing on a persona, breaking down the source methodically, and then building it back up into a powerful message, it gives you a proven path for turning complex ideas into compelling videos. Which leaves us with just one question. What complex topic do you think deserves a blueprint treatment next?